Yeah, so here's a funny thing. Um, it's this really cool thing that I noticed really recently on live streaming on YouTube, right? So I was looking at this and I said, there's got to be a simpler way to do this. And then I just started like looking in on what is the best way to kind of connect all of this stuff, right? And it drove me bananas. Y'all know that if it gets too complicated, I'd be wanting to go, okay, you're out, right? So I started looking into it a little bit, and it kind of led me into doing this particular one about the night in a life. Because typically at night, when digital entrepreneurs, our nighttime is we have an opportunity anytime we have an opportunity to create more content and or produce more stuff, then we look at that as, well, that's a great opportunity to make more money. Right? So that's what oftentimes that we're looking at. So anyway, I wanted to go on and go over some of the things that we do to prepare our next day. And it's compared to the daytime, totally different. Because typically during the day, that's when people are working. Let me try something. I'm going to go over here. I want to pull up real quick. I want to be able to pull up whether or not I can jump on into the YouTube live. All right. So let me go ahead and see real quick, make sure that it allows me to see that. Information is not private. Okay. All right. So I hit the wrong thing apparently. Yeah. Okay. I know what to do. All right. So anyway, and when we start thinking about the work that we do during the day is usually set up with the work that we do at night. The work that I like to do at night, the day in the life of this digital entrepreneur, what I like to do is I like to take a look at a lot of different apps that I'm working with. And this is one of the key things, right? A lot of apps that I'm working with, what I'm going to be using on tomorrow. So if I can set that up, I'm in pretty good shape. But once I set that up, it's all love, man. If I set it up right at night, then the morning times become so much better. So I wanted to just give you a glimpse of what that might look like so that everybody can then get a chance to, look at it and kind of decide for yourself. Is this a life for you? Sometimes, it's better off just like, look, let me just get a job because yeah, and if I could just get a job, then, I'll be fine. Right. And sometimes that makes it all better. So I need to hit a couple of settings here. Enable auto start. Yeah, why is that working for me? Okay, so I'm gonna go through the whole thing, and then even if I'm having some problems over here, then it doesn't matter because I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna just go ahead and see what we got going on. So it says that it's streaming on my live service. Let's try to see something else. Stop live stream. I want to do that. I'm gonna show y'all what this looks like. Enable auto start. Yeah, I got that. I got that, but it's not lit up. All right. So let me share my screen with y'all because I want to be able to show you this. I was working in this one right here. Okay. Now, this one right here, what you're going to be seeing here in a second. Let me make sure that I'm in the right spot for this to be seen. Here it is. All right. So this is a really cool one, and I really liked this. I remember buying this probably, I don't know, a couple years ago. And I just revisited it because I was trying to see if what we can do with ChatGPT, what we can do with Bard and Microsoft Copilot, if some of the stuff that they do just kind of like doesn't matter anymore. So I go back in and I started looking at it, right? This is from Blaster Online. And I started kind of like playing around with it. And I thought, you know what, there might be something cool here. I'm gonna show you. When I bought this, I wanted to buy it with the idea that I can do really interesting things around creating videos. And then also I can do thumbnails. And if you notice up here, it says I can do niche analysis, all these kinds of things, right? That are supposed to, make your life easier. So one of the first things that we do, we go to our dashboard here, right? And once we go to our dashboard, then it gives you a video, kind of tells you what is going to be happening. Let me see if you can listen to this video real quick.
Hey guys, I'm Vlad, and in this video I'm going to teach you how you can rank live events on the first page of Google and of YouTube. Now, why do I say live events? Well, it's simple. Live events from YouTube rank a lot better than videos.
Here's what's interesting. Now, I looked at that and I thought, now that we have ChatGPT and now that we have Bard and all these different things, could I still use some of these older apps that I had? Now, one day I counted them. I think it was like 73 different apps that I had. Some that had got old and, you bought the upgraded version or whatever. But so I started looking at this and I says, I wonder if I can use these same type of tips and tricks. Look at this.
All right, professional cleaning. And then I can simply replace near me or the keywords that I get with the city Oxford.
So what he's suggesting here is that we rank for a specific keyword, and then we're acting as if we're going to go live, and we will literally place a whole bunch of live events just so we can rank. And then once we rank, we can kind of get rid of the ones that rank lower. But once we see that it's going to rank high because we use the right combination of keywords and long tail keywords, this is one of the things I really liked about this, then we can, because we do it there, if it shows that we rank, that thing goes to the top. Now what we can do, and this is a key thing, I want to show you this real quick. Watch this. So this is how it looks.
This is Oxford, and we are ranking with all 5 live events on the first page. Right under our live events, we have a video with 28,000 views. So again, great results. Let's check with the second keyword. It's ranking the first on YouTube.
Now, get it? So we're using live events to rank high. And then what it's also doing is indicating that, hey, your combination of words will rank #1 on Google. So we kind of go, okay, if it ranks #1 on Google, but I want you to see what's clearly right there in front of you. I'm going to go ahead and expand the screen. Watch this. Look here. Now, this was an older video. True. This is an older video. Again, what I'm doing is just kind of going through some things that I had, through some apps that I had. And as I look at these apps, again, I'm preparing for the next day. I'm kind of thinking, okay, what am I going to be doing? What am I going to be, concentrating on tomorrow? And looking at some of the older stuff is when you have a chance to kind of calm down. The day is off of you. You're out there making money and all this kind of stuff. But then you kind of go, well, let me take a look at this. And this is what I'm doing. So this is like the night in the life of a digital entrepreneur. That's when we learn different things and we put stuff on our brain so that we can get excited about the next day and going into it, right? Because sometimes I used to learn in the mornings and it got just kind of got out of hand. I would learn in the morning, but then I get so used to learning and so into it that sometimes I didn't get to the, LCGP, learn, create, get paid. You get to the learning part. Next thing you know, your day is gone because it was like, oh my gosh, this is so great learning, that you don't get to the creating and then the all important getting paid. So what I said was, if I switched this, if I says, let me do some learning later at night. There's a couple of things after dinner, you're usually like, laid up trying to watch some TV. And next thing you know, you're watching TV for 4 hours. I thought, well, if I can do that learning piece at night, then it will be something on my head while I sleep. And then in the morning, boom, I'm ready to do the create and get paid portion of it. That's one of the key things. That's the switch. So in this particular case, I am now learning about this, but look what we see here, how they're ranking. All right. So you see ranked 17 minutes to rank. But this is what I wanted you to see. Look at this, www.cleaning.com. Now, here's one key thing. They may never release this video. I mean, they schedule it, and this is the key. They schedule it out and then rank, and they use their software and all that kind of stuff. And I, of course, own the software. So I bought the software. So it's like they use that to rank. And then when that day comes, get this, when the day comes, they may never even go live. They were using it as a tool to rank the video. And I thought that was just brilliant. And not only that, here's what you also get the opportunity. If you're ranking high enough, they see that www.cleaning.com or going to your website.com, even though they see that you have an upcoming video, not the point. Not the point at all. The point is that you get a chance to see all of this stuff. You get a chance to rank. So now people that are searching for cleaning services in this case, or whatever your ranking keyword is, they're searching for that. They see your stuff. They see that you have an upcoming video, but we don't care about that. We want to make sure that they get over to our website, and you can then start driving traffic to your website long before you even do a video. And now that you know that the video will rank, when you go ahead and as you have it live, then you create videos on that. Now you can rank twice. That becomes one of the key things I wanted you to see and why I thought this was brilliant. Now, this is the kind of stuff that we do at night. We're just constantly looking for things that we can do. Now, what I did was I went into it and says, okay, I like this. Let me go ahead and see if I can now use ChatGPT. And I actually went over to Bard. I think it might have been ChatGPT. Let me see if it was ChatGPT real quick. All right, so I did that with this particular keyword, right? I says act as a keyword specialist better than Ahrefs, SEMrush, and others. And I'm going to give you a long tail keywords. Create 10 more if you understand. I understand. Please provide. Okay. Now, I went into ChatGPT and I says, okay, here are the long tail keywords. Now give me 10 more. Or here's one of the long tail keywords. Give me 10 more. So in this one, getting money from online, I gave it earning from online money making. Now, all these are deliberately hard keywords because I wanted to test out this idea that putting up a live video, see if I can rank higher and just kind of see what happens. So then I went in and I had ChatGPT then give me 10 more. All right. I says, okay, these are designed to capture aspects. It tells me that these keywords are designed to capture aspects of making money online, targeting different methods, platforms, strategies to appeal to a broader audience interested in online income opportunities. And I said, these are good. Now act as if, I said, not as if. Now act as if you are a video title expert and give me 10 viral video titles. All right. So that was the next thing. Now, again, doing this at night so that a couple of things happen. A, it kind of keeps you from just like lazing out at the rest of the night. So when we think about a night in the life of a digital entrepreneur, sometimes this becomes what you do at night versus the day because the day may call you to other adventures or call you to other things that you have to do. My adventures today was total relaxation. I went to an infrared spa, right? I fasted in the beginning part of the day. I took some meetings. I worked on a PowerPoint. I mean, stuff like that. So the day's adventure called me to do something other than the typical learn, create, get paid framework. So I says, well, let me switch it. And on tonight, I'm going to do what I would be typically doing in the daytime. So I wanted to show you all this. I'm using some of this ChatGPT. Okay, so it came up with some of these unlock passive income 5 online strategies. So it gave me some good ones. All right, then I says, okay, now pretend that you are a successful e-course creator. And what will be a good e-course based on these? All right, so then it gave me some more stuff. So you see what I did there? I says, okay, on one hand, I want some long tail keywords. Now with the keywords, I wanted to go a layer deeper, right? So we went a layer deeper in this one right here. So we got the video. Now we says, well, listen, what if I were to create a course from this? What would the titles be? So now you get some good information, and within the information that it gives you, you got other things that you can literally pull from, right? Maximizing profits on digital platforms. That might be interesting, especially if you are an affiliate for digital platforms. Great, great, great. And then it kind of gives you a couple of bullet points here, which is awesome, right? Discover how to turn. So it's giving you things that you can speak on. Now, we then go over here, back over here, and then we start saying, okay, the next part of this, I want to then create some actual video information. Each one of these gives you a videos, right? So I says, okay, great. It says enter in some keywords that you would love to look at the competitiveness of these, right? So I did that, and I get a chance to click here and get competitors volume, right? And then it goes into video details. If you notice, let me see if when I click this, okay, I don't have any items checked. All right, so what I would typically do is bring these over, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm just going to go ahead and skip that part because I already did it earlier. So I came over to where I got to video details, then it drops in and gives you your video details. All right. So this is what I got here. I clicked in right here, February 13th, of course, you see that. And then I said generate detail. It looks like it. Oh man, I should have saved those, but it didn't do it. So you go through all of this. It's asking you some very specific things, language, enter main keyword. And now this is where you can go ahead and enter your main keyword. Remember, we had that from the list. Well, I got a list here actually. So let me go and pop that list up real quick. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I put that in a notepad, right? Passive income strategies online. That's what we had. You see, I went out of it, so it reset. So I'm going to go ahead and just use one main keyword. Bam. Right? And it's saying, okay, select the title that best fits the main keyword. It says, which one would you like? Passive on this video, must see. I like that one. So then we go to the next step. And then you see what it does, right? This software actually does this for you. Now, we've got some other software that I use that does it differently, but you seeing what's happening is kind of fast. It gives you some suggestions. Look at this. Our suggestions are these. These are going to be really, really competitive. We know that. And then you can put in some secondary keywords if you want to. And that's where I pulled up from here. Right. So I pulled up from this here. I pulled up some secondary. Let me go ahead and pull this over real quick so you can see it. All right. So I did this legitimate online earning opportunity. So that's just adding to it. Right. So let's go ahead and do that. Right. And now it's got a whole bunch of them down there anyway. And then it kind of pulls you forward and says, okay, give us a little bit more. But these are all going to help you do it a little bit faster than we would if we're using some of our GPTs and stuff like this. And this is the whole idea behind some of these softwares. Some of them are good and some of them just stink, right? And we kind of know that, but I think from each one of them, we get a chance to pull some really good stuff. That's what I'm looking for. Because again, we're doing this stuff. This is a day in and, a night in the day, a night in the life of a digital entrepreneur. So, okay, I got enough here. Let's go ahead and hit next steps. And then you can put in all your information if you want to. It'll pull a little bit from that. And then we hit generate. Now, I'm not going to put in all that kind of stuff yet, right? So I'm just going to say, okay, right, generate details. All right, so it's going to give me some details on that actual video, what I should put in, and then, you can go from there. I like the fact that it gave me so much stuff, so much interesting stuff that I could literally take that, go over to my YouTube video and start creating. Now, I've got another one that I want to show you in a minute. Well, I'm going to show you probably on another video how that one works. It's just creating thumbnails. It'll give you the score, the virality score of the thumbnails. I think you're going to enjoy that a lot. Let's go ahead and hit some stuff here. Generate details. All right, it's going back to that. All right, manage template. No, I don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and close it. All right, so you can kind of see what a night in the life of a digital entrepreneur could involve. Now, there's so many more things that we do that set up our day. But when you start thinking about making sure that you either are deciding how you're going to get your information in on a learning phase, how you then are going to take the time to create, and then what you have to do to generate income, right? In that kind of way, in that framework, learn so that you're constantly staying abreast of what is happening. Create. You have to make room for your creation phase. Now, you're going to be using virtual assistants perhaps, and they're going to help you with that. In fact, I got to talk to a couple of mine right now that are doing some thumbnail work and all these different things, right? You're going to be using that. Or if it's you, if it's like, hey, this is your one person band and you got it going on. So that means you're going to be that person. Remember, you got the guitar, they got the harmonica, then they got the little step thing, right? Yeah, I always give them money. They're going to, be that busy. So anyway, in this particular app, I just wanted to show you this. This is an older app actually, but man, it still has its pluses. I really like being able to look at this stuff. And even when I go into the training videos, I'm gonna show you that real quick. When I go into the training videos, it's just stuff that you may have forgotten, whether it's look at this keywords, video details, niche analysis, and stuff like that. And this one right here had a really cool one. I want to show y'all this before I go back. So I was, in here monkeying around, looking at it because, well, I own it. So, and I was looking at something else in here. What was I looking at? Niche? No, I was looking at keywords research, niche research, reports created. I think I was looking for something else. Let me double check it real quick. Niche. I think it might be niche. I'll call it niche. Let's see. Here. No, no, no. Right, I'll show you that when I pull it up. But I found I was in here the other day and I was looking around for something and I ended up finding another app that it had that I forgot. And it was looking up businesses for us. So it had a lead gen opportunity. And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about the lead gen part of the business, right? I'll show you all that on another video. But this is some of the things that at night you can get yourself into that allows you to make your day even better so that your day is, instead of learn, create, get paid, because you might get stuck in one if you're a learner, right? Then you can do your learning at night, do your create and get paid during the day. Hope that helps. Subscribe to the channel if you like this stuff. I do these all the time. If you want to jump into some of the other trainings that I have, oh my gosh, I'm going to leave a link for you in the description field so that you can get access to the stuff that we're doing over at, especially at Monetize Your Life Academy. You're going to really love that one. I'll leave a link for you. If you want to share this with somebody, go ahead and share it with them. You say, hey, look, this is what you should be doing at night instead of monkeying around watching TV for 4 hours a night, which is something that I, must admit that I do sometimes. Right? I get right caught in, and next thing you know, binge watching. Right. So these become opportunities for you. I hope you take advantage of them. And let's talk again on the next video.